name is Cambray Glover. I am a social media engagement strategist and community manager for women service providers. So if this is your first time here, welcome, and I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you, and I hope you love this video. Okay, so today I'm jumping into, do you need a Facebook group to be successful? The thing is, there are so many entrepreneurs, gurus, marketing managers, social media marketing people that are telling you that you need a Facebook group right now, or you're not going to be successful, and that's not necessarily true. If you didn't see last week's video, I talked about if you actually need to open a community right now for your brand, and how will you know if you're actually ready. Today we're going to jump into if you actually need the group to be successful, okay? Facebook groups specifically. So Facebook groups are a great tool for marketing your business and connecting to the people that need exactly what you offer. But do you actually need it to be a successful service provider? Okay, so let's jump into it, okay? So let's first, before I jump into the positives, because of course I'm going to get to that part, I want to talk to you about how Facebook groups can hurt you, especially if it's not open correctly or in a timely manner or without a plan. So the first thing I will talk to you about is overwhelm. It is so easy to get overwhelmed with all the marketing channels that you have. And not only do you have a lot of marketing channels, but you are also a business owner. So you are trying to run the business, be the marketing, and you're also trying to provide a service to your clients. And so I want you to think about all that you have. Think about it right now. Think about all the things that you have to do and ask yourself, do I really have time for another marketing channel? Do I have the capacity to open another marketing channel that I have to do consistently? If the answer is no, then let's rethink where we're at right now. And you can continue watching this video, but we're going to talk about timing, okay? I also want you to think about the fact I may not have the time, but do I have the money to maybe get a community manager to support me, or a social media manager to support me on the other end, so I can focus all my energy and time on my community? Okay, then maybe it is time for you to move forward. But let's also talk about other ways that Facebook groups can hurt you. Facebook groups can absolutely hurt your reputation. But how is that possible when we probably need Facebook groups to connect with the people that need our services? Well, if you're not doing it correctly, or you're not being consistent and you're not being present within your Facebook group, that is not a good sign to people that are potential clients. That is not telling them that, hey, she shows up for me here. Hey, she has a whole lot of knowledge and she shows up. If you open your community, it could possibly tell your community members, well, she opens something, she does something, she starts it, and then she kind of forgets about it, or she doesn't pay attention to it, especially if you're not being consistent anywhere. So that is something else that you have to think of. So, for example, I'm going to tell you this because I know it for a fact. I'm not making this stuff up, okay? When I started my business, I thought that I had to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, open a Facebook group, post blogs, be on YouTube. I thought I had to do everything to be successful. And I quickly learned that that is the key to becoming overwhelmed and inconsistent, trying to be everywhere. And you know what? Just add my email list on top of that list as well. And you know what? I was not consistent. I was inconsistent with every single channel because I didn't know what to do. There was so much to do. There were so many people telling me how to run a Facebook group, how to do LinkedIn, how to do Twitter, and it's just too much information. And so You can only do a few things well, okay? So I want you to think about that. Am I doing what I already have on my plate? Am I doing it very well? Or am I a little inconsistent and I could do better first before opening this community? That's a whole new world and something else that I'm going to have to learn. So, another thing that you have to think about is who is your community for? Because another thing is when I opened my Facebook group, you know who was in it? It wasn't potential clients. It wasn't people that really wanted to learn from me. It wasn't people that I can share my knowledge with that can, you know, eventually pay for my services. It was friends. It was family. It was people who wanted to support my business, but they don't have a business, so they didn't need social media services. It was cousins and my mom and like people who are just there to support me, and they are not my target audience. So if I'm opening a Facebook group and it's just them in it, it is a waste of my time and energy. So when you are getting ready to open your Facebook group, I want you to understand exactly who it's for and be very clear on that. And we'll talk about later how to ensure that you get the right people inside, but this is what I want you to consider, because you need to know how it can hurt your business and your brand and hurt you as an individual, because you need self-care time. And if you have 50, 11 channels and you're a solopreneur trying to do marketing, you're trying to do all that other stuff that I mentioned earlier, how? How are you doing it all? Okay? So we want to do a few things very well and not try to do everything and make it sloppy. Okay? But again, like I said earlier, Facebook groups, they have a place and they can really help you and they can do great things for you and your business. So let's talk about that now that we got the yucky stuff out the way. Okay? So Facebook groups are an amazing marketing tool as long as you have the right people in your group and you show up confidently and consistently. Okay? They're a great way to connect with your tribe on a deeper level. So, say you have loyal social media followers already, they engage with you, they're excited about what you have to offer, they purchase your offers when you put them out there, or they're at least asking for things that you think that you can provide. So, if you have the right people in there, it's a great way to connect with them on a deeper level and provide them more value. This is another thing you need to do when you are considering opening your Facebook group. You need to ensure that your Facebook group is serving you and not hurting you. So you need to be either making money behind it or serving your current clients behind it and making their experience better, or you have to know the purpose of your community. And that's what I really want you to focus on, because it's so important to know the purpose of it and not just do it because someone told you to. And that is a lot of times what happens, especially when you're a new entrepreneur, because you feel like you have to try everything because that's the only way to be successful. And it's not. Sometimes it is about taking your time, doing what you know is best for you right now, and maybe opening your group or community at a later date. But if you feel like you're ready, I absolutely believe in you. You can do it. I believe in you. This is why I'm giving you the good and the bad about opening your community. Okay? Another thing you need to know is that Facebook is not the only place to host a community. So I'm going to use my client for example. She refuses to have a community on Facebook because of privacy issues. And another thing is that her customer base, her clients, don't like Facebook either for the same reasons. So why does she need to open a Facebook group? She doesn't. So that is what I want you to consider, is like the people that you want inside your community. Do they actually want a Facebook group, or do they want something outside of social media where they're not distracted by questions, or they're not distracted by notifications and things like that. They can literally just be inside your community. And a great place to do that is Mighty Networks. I absolutely love Mighty Networks. I have been a part of a few Mighty Networks communities, and I've also managed them as a community manager, and I absolutely love them for the functionality. I love them for the notification control. You can notify every single member. I love it for the simple fact that community members can connect with each other. So a lot of times on Facebook, these groups have rules about, don't send me a message, or don't follow me, or don't add me as a friend, or you know what I'm saying? There's so many rules. And so Mighty Networks kind of takes that out of it. And so you want to build followers and build connections, but you also have to make it that way. And then you can also schedule content along with the notification. So when you schedule a piece of content and ask you, okay, do you want to send a notification to every member when this post is live? And you can put yes. And, a Facebook group is not going to allow you to do that. They probably never will, because then that removes the fact of needing ads. I mean, not really removes it, but it. So, do you actually need a Facebook group to be successful? Let me know in the comments what you think. I really want to know, because I battled with this for so long. I held onto my Facebook group so tightly because I'm like, I gotta make this thing work. They say that this is how you make money. They say this is what I got to do to make this thing work. And I quickly found out that if I'm overwhelmed and I am doing too much, it's not going to work. Okay, so I want you to be very strategic with the things that you do in your business. Okay, so if you are ready to take the next step and build a community that you love and that your community members will love, I would love to support you on that journey. So I am preparing to open a community and a space, a program to help you, the women entrepreneurs, build communities that their members love and create an experience that stands out. And so I would love for you to join the waitlist to join this community, as it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be amazing. We're going to take 6 weeks to learn the process of going through this. So if you are interested, go ahead and go to my description. The link is in the description to join the waitlist, and I will be providing you with more information soon. I can't wait to talk to you and share with you more. And don't forget to like this video, comment, at least say hi, and let me know how you're feeling about Facebook groups, and join the waitlist. Okay, and I will talk to you very soon. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.